Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to IITC channel. This is Ved Prakash Singh from IITC. Today we are going to see in this session noise and its control. We have prepared a separate video for noise health hazards. I would encourage you to please find out the module noise health hazard in IITC channel and you can go through that. In this session we will dedicatedly see noise and its control. As you see in the slide, how to identify the noisy area we will see. We will see what do we mean by NIHL, noise induced hearing loss. We will see the noise exposure limits and we will see method to control the noise exposure. And what do we mean by SCP, hearing conservation program or plan. These are the basic important points we are going to discuss, and there are many more points we will discuss in the slides. Guys, my humble request to you is please subscribe the channel if you have not done so far, and please press the bell icon so that you can get a notification on regular basis. IITC is privileged to allow you to please use this program to train your people in safety department, maintenance department, construction team, engineering team, operation team, procurement team, logistic team, construction team, and your construction worker, your contractors. And you can also use this link as a safety moment for safety meeting, for safety committee meeting. You can also use this session, this program for TBT toolbox training. Guys, we are going to see the noise hazard, noise exposure limit, noise exposure reduction, hearing conservation programs as we discussed in the beginning. Now let us go back directly over the session so that we understand. Noise hazard at work, we have seen that it is a physical hazard and it can create NIHL, noise induced hearing loss. Noise control is needed if the answer of these following questions are yes, or any one of these questions are yes, then yes, you have to control the noise. Number one question is the noise intrusive, like a busy street, a vacuum cleaner, or crowded restaurant for most of the working days? If the answer of this question is yes, then you need to put the noise control. Number two is, do you raise voice to carry out a normal conversation when you are about 2 meters away? If you do so, that means answer is yes, then means you have to put the noise control. If not, then for next, do you use noisy powered tool, machineries more than half an hour each day? That means if the answer is yes, you have to put the noise control. Do you work in the noisy area like construction industry, demolition industry, repair, woodwork, plastic processing, engineering, textile, fabrication, forging, pressing or stamping, paper or board making, bottling, foundries, or you are in the DG plant or compressor house or other plants? If the answer of this question is yes, so you need to put the noise control. Are there noise due to the impact of such as a hammering, drop forging, pneumatic impact, or noise due to the noise, pneumatic pressure? If the answer of this question is yes, so you need to put the control. Guys, the noise can be measured in the decibel, which is known as dB. D is small, B is capital. It is measured with the help of SLM. We also use the dosimeter to find out the accumulative, calculative, and complete dose in a day, in a week, in a month. Exposure levels are defined in the terms of daily noise exposure limit and peak noise. Upper exposure limit is 85 dB for 8 hours and 137 dB for the peak noise. And it should not exceed more than 85 dBA on daily exposure and 40 hours in a week, and it should not go more than 140 dB for the peak noise. Guys, I hope you understand. If you have any question, any doubt or any suggestion, or if you know something, you please put in the comment section so that I can come back to you as early as possible. What do I need to do if the noise is very high? Start with a risk assessment which should identify who is at risk from the noise and why. This is our duty. You need to find out which are the noisy area and we need to find out who is at risk from the high noise and why. Calculate the noise exposure for the affected people. There are some calculation. I have put one training program, how to do the calculation, how to do a accumulative, calculative, total calculation of exposure of the noise. You can go through that video. You can find out in IITC channel, and complete calculation methods are provided there. Identify what do you need to do to comply with the law. You have to find out how to comply with the legal requirement, whether the noise control measures are there or hearing protections are needed, or which employees need to have a health surveillance. What do I need to do? Use reliable data which shows how your employees work and how it may vary from day to day. This is very important thing. Second thing is record the findings of the risk assessment and prepare the action plan, anything you identify as being necessary to comply with the law. Next is find out what you have to do and what you are going to do, so that you have the plan and you have to execute it. How to control the risk from the noise? There are many methods are there, but these are few. Carry out noise survey in the plant by the SLM, sound level meter. Analyze the noise data and exposure duration. What is the highest noise? What is the peak noise? How many hours the person is going to be there. Take control measures if noise exposure level is exceeding the upper limit. You have to put either job rotation, you have to put administrative control, you have to put elimination, you have to put substitution, or there are ERIC PD, elimination, reduction, isolation, control, mitigation, life-saving, emergency. This is another thing we will see in the other slide. Reduce the noise level reasonably practicable if you can do it. There are many ways of reducing the noise and noise exposure. Often a combination of method also works in the best way. Guys, as we have seen that noise can be controlled at source, at path, at receiver end. How it is to be done? We will see in the following slide. Noise can be controlled at source. Use a different or quieter process or quieter equipment, and may introduce no noise purchasing policy for the machine and equipment. So use a quieter process or quieter machine. Use welding instead of riveting. Introduce engineering control. For example, feed silencer to air exhaust and blowing nozzles. So guys, these are the few examples of the controlling the noise at source. There are many more things. Probably I can list out all the noise control hazards, and I will put in the description box. You can download the Excel sheet from where you can find out what are the different methods you can control the noise at source. Now, how to control the noise at path? Modify the path by which the noise travel should through air to the people exposed. Erect enclosure around the machine. Nowadays, guys, you know that there are DG sets. Earlier, the DG sets were creating a lot of noise. Now, DG sets are available in the enclosure, in the acoustic enclosure. So, it's quite a machine. You don't know what is happening inside the machine. So, you need to put the control on the path. Keep the noisy process at the isolated location or far distance. Noise control receiver. This is very important. This is last resource of hierarchy of control. This is the last one. You need to put job rotation. You need to put administrative control. You have to put ear muffs. You have to say to use ear plug. What do I need to do about hearing protection? Guys, you must provide hearing protectors to the employees. Ear muff, earplugs. Ensure the employees use the hearing protectors always when they are working in the high noise area. Identify hearing protection zone, area where the use of hearing protection is compulsory, and mark them with the sign and with a red board, so that anybody going inside the area should be having the ear muff and earplug as per the work requirement. Impart training on how to use and maintain the hearing protectors. Ensure the hearing protectors are properly used and maintained in clean situation. So how to ensure hearing protection is used effectively? Select the appropriate protectors to give the enough protection. Aim at least to get below 85 dB at the ear. I hope you understand. Target the use of protectors during the noisy task and the job. It is a must. It should be mandatory. Everybody who is working in the noisy area should and must use the hearing protection equipment. Select the hearing protection equipment which are suitable for the working environment, like ear muff and earplug. They should be maintained, they should be comfortable and should be in hygienic condition. Think about how they will be worn and with other protective equipment like hard hats and goggles. Guys, there are sometimes there is a compatibility issue. Sometimes you need to use helmet and ear muff and goggles always. So you need to see the compatibility so that you can not be comfortable while using the ear muff or ear plug. Provide a range of protectors so that employees can choose one of them. You give options: ear muff, ear plug, and depending on the noise level, depending on the exposure time. Don't provide protectors which cut out too much noise. Don't put such a protector or PPE which will reduce the noise level at very less, which can create isolation or lead unwillingness to wear them. Health surveillance hearing check. This is very important. We have to go for the audiometry test. We have to go for hearing consumption program. This audiometry test has to be done on every routine basis as per the law of land, as per the company rule. Regular hearing check is required for all employees who are likely to be regularly exposed above the high exposure level of the noise. The purpose of hearing check is to know the early sign of hearing damage, to give the opportunity to do something to prevent the damage, to check control measures are working effectively. This is very important, and this is what we call a health surveillance. This is what we say, HCP, Health Hearing Conservation Program. Guys, regular check is very important as per the law of land. This is as per the law of policy. Guys, I think now this is your turn. You know what you are going to answer. How to identify the noisy area? You know this. I will not answer. How to find out the noise exposure limit? This we have seen it. Please answer it. Method to control the noise exposure, that you know it. Path, source and receptors. What do you mean by NIHL? Noise induced hearing loss. What do you mean by SCP? Hearing Conservation Program. What is SCP? This is another part. If you have not understood it, please go back in the presentation again and get a complete idea. Guys, if you have any question, any suggestion, and you want to put something important, please put in the comment section so that I can come back to you as early as possible. Guys, with this, I hope you enjoyed this session. It was useful for you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you very much.